So I have another nutrient nugget for you. I'm very excited to share this one. You guys know I love this book. This comes from the Beck Diet Solution. Let me show you. The Train Your Brain to Think Like a Thin Person book from Judith Beck. I talk about this one a lot, and I really want you guys to pick this one up if you find that you connect to it at all, because I purchased this book, I think it was like a year ago, maybe something like that, like 1 year, and I read through the whole thing. I did a lot of the activities, and it really helped me to change the way that I thought about food. Oops. We have somebody right up here who's very interested. Hi, Moo. She's right on the other side of the camera, so I just wanted to show you where she is. Hi. So she's going to be supervising this nutrient nugget. So this one is about dealing with discouragement, and I think this is a really, really good one because I have these thoughts all the time, and I hope you guys can relate with this as well. If you're interested in this book, it is down below in the description. You can click right from there to Amazon, and you can get the book yourself. It's so worth it. So this comes from page 189, and it's called Deal with Discouragement, day 24 of the program. So for most people, losing weight starts off easy because their motivation and confidence are high. At some point, though, it begins to get harder. Life intervenes in ways that make sticking to your diet a real effort. Cravings become more intense, and some dieters begin to panic. They have sabotaging thoughts like, it shouldn't be this hard, I'll never be able to keep this up, or I don't want to do this anymore. It's normal to feel overwhelmed or discouraged at times. It's natural to have doubts about whether you can keep doing what you know you have to do, but it's not okay to let these thoughts overwhelm you. When you have discouraging thoughts, you have a choice. You can allow them to either erode your motivation, give up, and abandon your goal, or you can vigorously respond to these sabotaging thoughts, feel better, become more motivated, and continue to work towards your goal. It's important to remind yourself that you can do what you need to do. Remember, dieting does get easier. Today's task will help you persevere with your efforts, even when the going gets tough. So finding encouragement. To motivate yourself, especially in the face of self-doubt, do the following. Number 1, read your advantages response card more often. It'll probably help to rewrite this card, thinking about each item carefully. So the advantages response card is something that you do as an exercise in this book where you write down the reasons why you're doing this. And you're able to read it over and over and over again. It gives a really good description in the book, so pick it up. But so it'll help to rewrite this card, thinking about each item carefully, and add any new advantages that you hadn't written previously. Step number 2, I really love this one, you guys. Add up the difficult hours. Many dieters I've counseled have wanted to give up at one point or another. They've come to me and said, I had such a hard week. I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Then they'd tell me about some struggle they went through to stay on their diet. It's interesting how the memory of these struggles tainted their whole week. As it turned out, most of them struggled for between 20 minutes and a couple of hours once or twice during the week. For the other 164 hours of the week, they hadn't struggled. During most of these other hours, they hadn't even thought about dieting, yet they all initially reported that the entire week had been intolerable. So remind yourself that dieting is not difficult most of the hours of the week. Figure out how many minutes or hours you actually struggled in the past week versus how many hours you actually felt neutral or positive. Think about how much time you weren't even thinking about food or dieting. Focus on what you can do today. Thinking too far into the future is incredibly unhelpful. Every time you find yourself thinking, I can't keep this up for a month, a year, or longer, tell yourself, forget the long term. Focus on today. I know I can do what I need to do today. If it's hard tomorrow, I'll deal with that then. Make a response card to remind yourself of all of this. So I hope you guys really like that one. This book always helps me to sort of really connect with what's going on inside of myself and be like honest with myself instead of always like making up crap that's not true. Just like it's talking about saying like, oh, I had such a hard week when it was really only hard for, a couple hours or so. For me, I tend to have my most difficult time of day right after lunch, where I start craving sweet stuff, and then up until about 7 or 8 p.m. That's usually my worst time to get through. And now that I know that about myself, more often than not, I'm successful at kind of backing those cravings off, or having some tea or having a piece of gum or something to kind of get through that, or a huge swig of water or whatever. So I found some things that help me get through it. I'm never perfect and I don't always do well, but that's what I've learned to be able to kind of, get better at it. Let me know down below, what is your most difficult time during the day, and how do you get through it? Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye! And the supervisor says goodbye too. Right, Mo? Right? Right, Mo? Hey.
at that eyeball.